Hello everyone, namaste. So today's pick a card, we're going to do a relationship tune-up. So as long as you have somebody in mind, this pick a card is for you. I'm going to be coming from the intimate relationship side a little more, but as long as you have somebody in mind, colleagues, friends, family, that should work just fine. But remember to apply your own situation and to make the necessary mental adjustments so that the messages are more on track. So we're gonna get right to it. As always, there are 4 piles. Today we're using the T's as our selection objects. First pile, we have English breakfast in the red. You can go by the color as well. Pile 2, we have chamomile, which is yellow, orangish. Pile 3, we have the green tea. And pile 4, we have Earl Grey, which is a light blue grayish color. So take your time to tune in. Feel free to pause, of course, if you need more time. All right, fantastic. Let's get to it. Let me just get organized here. All right, pile 1. Let's look at your tarot cards for pile 1. So how this is going to work is that I'm going to reveal the card that represents you, the card that represents the person you're thinking about, and then your combined energy, and then sort of the outcome and the advice. And again, if this is not an intimate relationship, then be sure to apply your own situation and do some mental adjustments. But if the cards say something about this being a friendship or a coworker, then of course I'm gonna mention it. But here we go. The first card that represents you is Death and Rebirth. Wow. What a card to start with as your representing card. And the card that represents them is the Chariot. And your combined energy is 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. And the advice card for you is the High Priestess. I'm going to put the advice card right there. So Death and Rebirth, of course, we never like to see the Death card as a representing card, but it is such a positive card in terms of just turning a new page in life. It's like, yeah, I've walked to the end of this road. There's nothing more for me to do but to sort of sit and allow this transformation to happen. That's why we say it's not just death, it's actually rebirth. It's a great sign of having gone through experiences, having gone through circumstances where you have come to terms with this new realization that you've gained through these experiences and is now ready to become a new you, to start a new journey because of these newfound realizations that you gained. So as a card that represents you, I know that you are ready for something new in this relationship. Like how you've contributed to this relationship will no longer work, and you know it. And you're ready to step into this relationship in a completely new way. And that is coming towards you no matter what. It's going to be automatic. There is almost no choice about it where you get to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, or I think I'm going to mix up my relationship this way. No, it is completely automatic. It's like fate is taking your hands and just saying, nope, this is going to be a new connection. If you're going to stay in this relationship, then it is going to be a new way of relating. So good or bad, that's judgment, right? It's just what is. And for the other person's position, they are coming in strong. They actually want to relate more to you. They actually want to get to know you more. They actually want to see what you can do and how you can help them move forward. So if it is an intimate relationship, they're actually looking to move forward with you on this journey wherever you may be. And yes, it could be the end of a certain path for you, but a great beginning, a great new start to a new path. And this person is absolutely next to you and ready to go. The point being that they're ready to go. So, in full support of where that new journey is going to take you. And your combined energy is the Eight of Swords, being worried about where this is going to take you, right? Not being sure, a little doubtful, and unable to see where that next chapter lies. You know, your partner or whoever you're looking into right now may be enthusiastic. They're ready to just move forward. I'll give you an example where you are right now in terms of an intimate relationship just doesn't work anymore without you going into commitment, or without you going into engagement, or without you going to building a family, or whatever that next step is for you. And your partner is full on ready to go, and yet you are still in sort of this in-between period where you're gauging how this is going to play out, and wondering and being unsure and a little bit fearful of how this is going to turn out. A little bit of not seeing the full picture and being so fearful that you wish you could see the picture. You wish you could see the future. And yet it is just you thinking in your mind. It is just you reflecting off of the negative thinking that is in your head. And that is the good news in all of it, because we have the High Priestess coming through as your advice card. It means to tune into your higher source. It means to tune into your soul and spirit, to turn inwards, to see, that higher perspective. Because you're not going to get that higher perspective from just purely your thoughts, right? Because it's so jumbled. It's such a mess in there. You don't know what to do. It seems like something is ending, and yet you don't know how to start that new chapter, and yet you want to, and yet you want control. You want to be able to see it, but you can't, because the future is slowly unfolding. And the High Priestess is telling you to just come back to center, to come back to grounding. It's asking you to ground. It's asking you to tune into that inner wisdom where you know that everything is going to be okay. To just be able to step forward, to trust the transformational process, to trust this transitional process, and to get ready to go when the time sets is ready to go. It is asking you to transform this fear, to not be afraid of not seeing a pattern down the road, because you're so used to this pattern, this relational pattern of how you used to relate, right? If this is a work situation, you're used to staying at a certain comfortable position where you know what's going on. But when you're propelled by either your boss or your teammates to move to a new position, maybe up leveling in responsibility, up leveling in leadership, you're like, what is this? What is going to happen to me? I have no idea if I can do this. And the high priestess comes in and say that, oh my God, you are so intuitive that whatever it is, a new level up in relationship, or a level up at work, or a level up in this connection with family, whoever you're thinking of, you're going to do just fine if you just connect to your inner wisdom. Beautiful. Let's look at your Zen Tarot in terms of advice. Healing. So this is traditionally the Queen of Wands, or sorry, the Queen of Cups card, where, you know, you are needing some internal connectedness, which reflects the high priestess really well. Sorry, this is actually the King of Cups, where it's asking you to go within and to ride the waves. To ride the waves, and you have what it takes to ride the waves. Your high intuition, and I have a feeling, because this is the King of Cups, you have gone through this many times. You have gone through the different stages of relationship, the different stages of relational development, career, vocational development, where you've had to reinvent yourself over and over. You've done this before. That's what the King of Cups is saying to me, where you've had to heal from traumas before. You've had to heal from situations. You have had to tune inwards before and really get to the heart of the matter in order to release yourself from fear, right? And to really go into that new foundation with this person. So back to the intimacy read, you have what it takes because you've gone through it before. You have the emotional depth. You have the EQ, the emotional quotient, the emotional intelligence to see beyond the fear and to reach a level of inner stability so that you can move forward with this person wherever you guys are headed. And lastly, let's look at your Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Lin. Love this deck. It is just so phenomenal, out of this world. The messages that come through, I mean. So you have community. So I would say, of course, on the surface level, reach out for help wherever you need it, because it's not easy to be going through some type of transformation and perhaps not being able to talk about it with that person. So definitely find your tribe or find assistance. You know, find that counselor, find that advisor, find that elder in your life where you will be able to feel like you are supported, so that you have inner support from within, the inner wisdom, and also the external support from people, the social interactions where it is not skin deep. It is of a certain depth where you could honestly talk about your situation. So seek those connections out. And from that place, another meaning of this is that this person here could be a real supporter of yours, where they feel like your tribe, they feel like your community, and they want to go down the road with you. So there's really nothing to fear because they are actually your tribe. And it may not feel safe at first to trust them because you're going through some things and you're needing that internal processing time to really slowly step into the light. But they are there for you. They are there for you. So keep stepping forward and trust your ability to heal. Trust your own healing abilities. You are the high priestess. You come with that innate ability to see, to use your inner eye to see and to transform. And from that place to heal over and over again. And know that, you are supported. You are definitely supported. So whatever this relationship is, intimate or at work or in terms of family, it is a transitional time, but it's going to come out so beautifully. And the person you're thinking of is coming in fast for you to support you so that you both can reach your mutual goal. And I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much, Group 1. Many blessings. Namaste. So thank you, Group 1s. Let's remove these cards. Let's move on to Group 2. We have the chamomile for Group 2. All right, so I am going to reveal the tarot cards first, and it's going to be, first card is going to represent you, second is going to be the person you're thinking of, third is your combined energy, and fourth is going to be the advice. And we have 2 more advice on the table for you to close. So first card on the table, which is you, 2 of Swords. And the card that represents them, Justice. And your combined energy is the World. And your advice card, the Wheel. Wow, they're totally mirroring each other. So 2 of Swords, which is where you are right now, you are not able to see clearly for some reason. There's this sense of, oh, I need to make a choice. I don't know what to choose, and yet I feel fearful because I can't see. And there are all these negative thoughts in my head where I am kind of just not able to have clarity. So in terms of this relationship, you're at a place where you're not able to have clarity and make a decision of how to move forward. This could be in intimate relationships, or how you move forward at work, or how you move forward with a family member or a friend. And in terms of where they are actually really stable. They really see this connection as equitable exchange, and they are in balance in this relationship, even when you're not sure about where this is going. They are steady and steadfast. They are seeing this relationship in a positive light. Notice the smile, and they see you as a reflection of them, and they are in sync with you. So which makes for you are a little surprising, but we all have our own journeys, and we could be in the same relationship, but having two completely different experiences. So they're actually experiencing a sense of stability, a sense of balance, a sense of justice, a sense of reciprocity, and a sense of equality, equitable exchange in your connection. And so your combined energy is the world's. So really being able to do the 1 + 1 is greater than 2 thing. It is so, so beautiful. You're going to see, even though you're not seeing right now, how this is going to take you to new heights. This relationship will take you to new heights and begin a new chapter in your life. The world is about closing on a project, getting returns on a project. So you will soon see that how blessed you are to be in this relationship, and you're going to see the gifts and the graces that come out of this relationship very soon. The world to me is a card that is steadfast. It's not fast, but it is not rapid. It is fast. It is fast. So you are going to see the returns of this relationship if you couldn't see it before. If this is a work situation, you're going to see how your contributions in terms of this person are going to yield returns, or will yield returns, will yield rewards. The world is closing on a cycle and seeing rewards, seeing returns coming in finally. So you'll see it finally, and you'll feel like, yeah, you are really in a positive cycle with this person. Of course, for some of you, it could mean the end of a relationship. The world is also about endings of a relationship and starting new ones. So absolutely, for some of you who is teeter-tottering about whether to leave this relationship or not, you will choose to end it for some of you. And that is okay, because it brings you to a new horizon. But just know that for those of you who are solidly feeling and receiving the gifts of this connection, know that you will step forward with so much positivity and so much equilibrium, because they definitely see it as so. And that's really beautiful. And your advice card is the wheel. Trust the destiny. Trust, have faith. Trust what is coming in for you. Trust the karma. So again, if we put in a I don't want to say put in positive karma as if, you know, we want to do otherwise. But if your interaction has been one of positivity and light, and you see the proof, you sense the proof, even though you don't really trust it, the advice for you is to trust it, to trust in it, and to move forward along with the currents. It'll just be so easy for you to just move forward to wherever this relationship is going to go. It's almost like, I'll give you an example in terms of intimate relationships. You get along very, very well. This is a very solid relationship where there is it is reciprocating and it is equal. And yet you are asked sort of by fate to move on to the next step, or that you are looking into travels together, which is a new stage in this relationship, because you would need to further that intimacy, right? And it's going to be a new chapter, and you're not so sure if you're ready for it. You're not so sure if this is going to pan out just fine. You're not so sure if you should take that crossroad to further the relationship or to end it. You don't know. And the wheel is saying to trust it. If the winds of fate is blowing you towards taking that trip and furthering the relationship, take it. If the winds of fate is saying to you that maybe this is not the right timing for me, or that no, I need to close this down, accept it. So it is really up to your circumstances. You're going to know when that time comes, because it is a karma card with the wheel. You will feel that strong pull towards one decision or the other. The world doesn't say that, oh, breakup is bad or good, or that moving on to the next step in intimacy is bad or good. It just says that the next step is possible, and the next step and the conclusion of the cycle is coming, and it would lead to better things. That's what it says. And so whatever it is that's coming to you, trust it. Trust it. And let's look at your Zen Tarot advice. Abundance, the King of Pentacles. So as I said, this is leading you towards abundance. And I can't say for you if you are on the track to more intimacy and mutual relationship building, where you are on the track for breakup. No matter what comes at you, no matter where the winds of destiny lead you, you are going to be just fine. You are strong in your foundations. You know who you are. You know you deserve abundance. And you know that no matter which path you choose, you take in co-creation with Source, you are going to be abundant. So receive it. Receive it. And let's look at your Sacred Destiny Oracle. Thriving. Thriving. So I feel like most of you are going to be thriving in this relationship. Like something is going to shift and change. The old ways of being, the old ways of interaction between you and this person will come to an end, and a new horizon will begin. A new chapter will start where you are abundant and you are thriving with each other. This is such a beautiful read if you choose to stay in this relationship. And if you choose to leave, know that you will be just fine as well, and thriving and receiving abundance. But just from the general energy of the card, because the other person is really solid and also in equilibrium with you, and they see you in positive terms, I just feel like you guys will figure this out. You'll end up just really seeing that new chapter that you can start. You'll see together the new potentialities of this connection that will lead you to new heights. So wherever you are and whatever stage you're in for this relationship, just know that it is on not only on the right track, but on a really, really positive track. So thank you so much, Group 2s. I hope that was helpful. All my blessings. Namaste. So thank you, Group 2s. Full of hope for this group. All right. Let's look at Group 3 with the green tea. Okay, so for the tarots, we're gonna do or we're going to flip them over all at once so that we get an overall picture. And the first card is going to represent you, the second card is going to represent them, and the third card is your combined energy, and then the fourth card is going to be advice, and we have additional advice oracle cards to close. So let's go. Your first card is Two of Wands. Looking to the horizon and wondering where this is going, right? Card that represents them, Four of Cups. Are they feeling boredom and stagnation in this relationship? Your combined energy is Five of Wands, in your busy work, in your separate realms, doing your own busy work. And your advice card is the Fool. What an interesting combination. So Two of Wands, you are wondering again where this is going to go, trying to strategize in your head, trying to really evaluate. You know, Two of Wands is a card of evaluation. You're trying to, you know, do your pros and cons and write out that list in terms of where this relationship is going, and how do I contribute to this relationship, and how do they contribute to this relationship, and are we commitment tracked, or are we having fun together, or are we healing together? You know, what is this, and what returns can I get from it? You are looking into returns. I know that because Three of Wands is after Two of Wands. You want to know what you're gonna get in return. And Four of Cups in their position tells me that they're not making a move. The emotions are there, right? Their affections are there if this is an intimate relationship, but they are in a state of stagnation. They are in a state of resting, a state of taking a pause to also kind of reflect on the relationship. But I just get a sense that different from how you perceive, how you analyze and think of this relationship in terms of hope and coming from a place of hopefulness, they're actually coming from a place of being unsure and a little bored with how good they have it in their lives, I guess, or needing stimulation, maybe because of, you know, what happened last year. Things have stagnated in their life. And for someone maybe who is more extroverted, without the social activities and without being able to date, without being able to connect to people, they're feeling a little stagnant, a little dull. There's dullness in the mind. And of course, there's also stagnancy in your relationship. And your combined energy is Five of Wands. And of course, this is not a card of stagnancy. This is a card of busy work. But because of how you showed up in this reading, I'm going to say that you are in the busy work within your own realms. You are busy getting busy, but not necessarily sort of actually co-creating in this relationship. It's almost like seeing two people who have gotten in a funk in a relationship. They've been married for 30 years. Maybe some of you are in this situation where you've been married for 3, 5, 7, 10, 20 years, where things have gotten into a smooth routine, and you know, it's starting to feel dull and boring, and you're just leading separate busy lives. Even though you're living under the same house, you are dreaming different dreams. You're wanting different things in life. So that is that is where you are right now as far as I can see. And the advice card is the Fool. And so what is asking you to do is to seek new grounds, to take risks in this relationship, to stop going along the conditioning, to stop going along sort of the dullness of your everyday flow, and to go out for an adventure. It doesn't mean that you are gonna go do like type 2 fun adventures, as in skydiving, as in bungee jumping, so that you get that spark back in this relationship. No, I'm saying to actually, just maybe take a small trip with each other somewhere where you never gone before, or even talk to each other, communicate with each other on levels where you've never gone before. The point being, the Fool is to face that fear, to face that fear of going to where you've never gone before, so that you get nudged out of this trance, if not completely shocked out of this trance, right? And to be able to push yourself towards that 3 of Wands, towards a new horizon, and towards a new connection that truly initiates and activates you and what you want. So whatever this may be, you have to take a chance. It's like telling you to, yes, there are times to actually stay home and dream and envision what you want, and there are times to just take your partner by their hands and just go for it. If that's something you've never done, it's almost like, okay, you have never been romantic in your life, right? Everything you do, you plan things out first, you consider the pros and cons, and you make sure things are secure and safe before you do it. And now the Fool is telling you, you know what? Drop it. Drop the fearful thoughts in your mind. Drop the busy work, and just do something romantic. And just take your partner's hand and do an impromptu trip to, I don't know, to wine tasting, or to a seaside retreat, whatever it is that you think you guys will like, but something along those lines where you break the monotony of life. This is the monotony of life because it's training. 5 of Wands is a training card where it is the same routines over and over and over and over and over again. It secures the foundations for us because it's got the 4 of Wands prior and the 6 of Wands after. So it definitely secures our foundations and secure our success in terms of how we move in this world. But you are needing something that is new to come in, something that is fresh. So we're trying to break that monotony and just bring in a fresh new perspective. It could be as easy as going out for a walk on a route that you've never gone on before, and take it with your partner, so that you are using the power of novelty to refresh your minds. Like, your minds need to be activated. You need to feel fresh again. So that's what I'm seeing. Let's look at your Zen Tarot. So morality, the Queen of Swords, right? Being overly analytical, wanting to really judge what is right, what is wrong before you would take the risk. So the same message again, take the risk, drop the right and wrong judgment. feel where your passion wants to take you, and take your partner with you. Get out of the funk. That's what this spread is telling me. And for those of you who are in a work relationship and who are wanting to move up or wanting to have a better relationship with your coworker, take initiative. Do something that you've never done before on a project or in terms of communications. Find new ways, find new grounds where you could contribute in a brand new way. Is it going to be challenging? Yeah, because it's going to test you in terms of what you think is the right thing to do. But this is telling me to just feel it in your gut. The Fool is a very Aries card where you just go for it because you feel it in your heart. The Wand element is there, which is that fire, that passion. Connect with that. You've got 3 wands appearing. So you've got to connect with that in conjunction with how solid you are, how willing you are to do the routine work. You are bound to be able to contribute in a new way at work with this person and have that new relationship where you're revitalizing a relationship that's gone stale. And this goes for intimate relationship as well, where we're revitalizing, renewing a relationship that's gone stale. And it may not take much. It may not take much. So that's the good news. Let's look at your Sacred Destiny Oracle. Fulfillment. So congratulations, you guys. This is definitely going to be a fulfilling relationship when you take that risk. And it could even be, for intimate relationships, being able to fully commit and move on to engagement, move on to starting a family, taking the jump to buy a house, taking that jump to maybe move to a different country or to move to a different location, or taking that leap to finally start that new project with this person. It could be all sorts of different situations, but you are going towards fulfillment for sure, which is achievement. Of course, 6 of Wands comes after 5 of Wands, so I am not surprised. When, I know you have ethics, you have work ethics, because morality is on the table, Queen of Swords is on the table, 5 of Wands is on the table, which is the willingness to put in effort. All of it is on the table in terms of action, and plus your willingness to risk failure almost, right? To risk something that you've never done before, to forego the need to know the results, to just follow your heart, and to take your partner with it. You are going for a full moon fulfillment. Is it here yet? Not exactly, but you are absolutely going towards it. So this is beautiful. So congratulations, group 3. I hope that was helpful. All my blessings. Namaste. So thank you, group 3s. Headed in the right direction, just needing a little bit of revitalization. Don't we all sometimes, right? We just need to freshen up and wash up sometimes to feel energized again. So group 4, you have Oral Gray. Let's see what we have for you in Tarot. And this time we're going to flip all at once. The first card is going to be representing you. The second is going to be them. And the third is going to be your combined energy. And the fourth is going to be advice. So your first card, the card representing you, the King of Pentacles, beautiful. And the card that's them, the Ace of Wands. Wow, I'm excited already. And your combined energy, whoa, 10 of Cups. This is so dynamic, so exciting. I love it. And your advice card is the Magician. Oh my God, this is like 1 + 1 is not only greater than 2, but it is magic. When you guys come together, it is just magic. There's like no advice here but to make some magic, because you guys are, wow, phenomenal together. I can say for sure that for a lot of you, this is a relationship read for sure. So for you, you are just so wise and solid. You have your foundations down. You know how you contribute to this relationship, and you give freely in this relationship because you just have overflowing abundance. You know who you are, you know what you are, you know how you serve, you know you're abundant, you know you're connected to the universe, you know that you are not limited by anything, and you know how to nurture your partner. So, oh my God, you are a leader, a solid leader in this relationship, and they know it. They come in as Ace of Wands, ready to take initiative, ready to really sort of compliment you in terms of action, compliment you in terms of vision, because Ace of Wands is about the ability to receive visions and to act on it. And they have your backing. It's almost like you are the perfect team where they come up with initiations. They come in with so much passion. They come in with all these crazy ideas and fun ideas and just these, I want to say crazy, but not really, where it is just so fresh, so new, where it lights both of you up, and you have the resources, you have the grounding, and you have the wisdom in relational terms to really co-create with that person, to co-create with your person, to really make those dreams come true, to make those ideas come to life. 1 + 1 is so much greater than 2 for this relationship. If this is a work relationship, oh my God, it's like one of you is the CFO and one of you is the, I don't know, the CCO, the Chief Creative Officer, right? The CIO, the Chief Ideas Officer, and you are the the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer. Yeah, something like that. So one of you has got the foundations, the other one has got the ideas, and together it is just such a satisfying, complementary relationship. So satisfying in terms of how you guys work and how you interact together, and so satisfying in terms of the results, and so celebrated by all those around you. Like the energy is electric around you. The energy is out of this world around the both of you. I don't feel like there's really advice going on here. It's almost like it's meant to be. It's meant to be, and it's an easy flow between you. I'm not saying that you're not going to hit hard times, that when there are arguments, you'll just deal with it and you just have that rapport. It's an easy flow of energy, of emotions. If someone is down, the other one uplifts. If someone is happy, the other one celebrates. So in sync. Amazing. And in terms of relationships, you know, self-explanatory. I don't even have to say anything. Just look at this card. You are in heaven. You are on cloud 9. You're able to share your lives with each other. You're able to enjoy your projects, which could be generations, which could be your community, but whatever it is, you face each other with an open heart. You're so open with each other, and the blessings will just keep coming in because it is such a smooth flowing relationship. Oh my God. Whoever you are, congratulations. I truly hope that this is where you are in this relationship, because it is just an easy breezy flow. Like you didn't even need to come to this reading for a relationship tune-up. You're just curious. This is one of those piles where you were just curious where you're headed, and the cards are telling me that abundance are just going to come in, and emotional fulfillment will just come in. And you know, even though the advice position, you have the Magician, it's not really an advice. It's just telling me that everything you guys do is magical. You have resources on the table. You have all the tools on the table to not only make this relationship work, but to make magic out of this relationship. Again, work or personal. It just crazy. So just know that this is meant to be. Just know that you are in such a divine flow of harmonious energy between you two, and is such a divine flow of creative energy that allows you to manifest in a way that would seem impossible for others, but it is just as easy as 1, 2, 3 for you. So, oh my gosh, congratulations. And receive. So let's look at your Zen Oracle as advice. So number 18, past lives. Is it a wonder? You guys may have had past lives together where this is a well-oiled machine, where you know each other like the back of your hands, and you're just able to finish each other's sentences and already know what the other is thinking about just by connection of the eyes. You know each other from intuition. This is in traditional tarot, the moon card, which is strong intuition. You guys are able to go deep and to just intuitively know each other on such a deep level without needing to say anything. You just know what lies beneath between the both of you without needing a lot of communication. It comes with the karma that you carry in this lifetime, and the karma you carry with each other in this lifetime. The 10 of Cups, the happiness, the fulfillment, and the ability to manifest and co-create in this world is already foretold and predetermined. It comes as a gift of karma, and you guys are just so deserving and ready to receive. And you will use it well. You will use it well to manifest your dreams in this lifetime. So, you know, everything around you will seem like an easy flow and so synchronistic, because either you've done this already before, or that you just have the intuition to know how to work with each other, to know where the other person is coming from, to really not only make this work, but make it shine, make it thrive, and make it such a memorable experience for each other. Again, this chemistry could point to a work relationship if that's what you're thinking, or a personal relationship if that's what you're thinking. Apply your own situation, but what a blessing. So let's look at your Sacred Destiny Oracle. Purity. You guys are soulmates. There's a purity of heart in between you two where you are able to exchange freely and be open to each other. Again, the innocence, there is innocence of connection in this heart. And whenever something difficult happens, just remember to come back to purity, to the purity of your connection. It could be a love connection, or it could be a work connection that is of kindred spirit. So come back to that sense of kindred, that soul purity, that soul connection, that soul kindred, where you know you're able to resolve any problems. You know, we live in 3D world where there are issues, there are challenges, but whatever challenges you're facing or issues, come back to that purity of heart, come back to your original innocence of where it is that you connect, on what level you connect, which is on a spirit level, on a past life spirit level, on a level that is pure of heart. So be sure to come back to it and remember your origin story of why you were so attracted to each other, and to remember that you are really kindreds. Come from that perspective. Remember your kindreds, and you can literally face anything in the world and manifest anything in the world. So group fours, just know that you are so profoundly blessed, and enjoy, right? Be open and enjoy and receive. So group fours, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much, and of course, all my blessings. Namaste. So thank you, group fours. Thank you, everyone, and I'll see you guys next time. Namaste.